Japan, a land with ancient traditions and cutting-edge technology. This is one of the most beautiful places in the world and ranks towards the top of many people's bucket list. Today, we are going to understand why that is the case and cover all the best activities you need to try when traveling to Japan and everything you need to prepare for. Of course, the first big part of any trip is planning. Before we even start our trip in Japan, there are a couple of things you should familiarize yourself with. The first is basic Japanese phrases. This will come in handy all over, either when you are going out to eat at a festival or even just shopping out for souvenirs. You should also research some of the cultural changes that will be different from where you are traveling from to Japanese culture. One of the big ones is that unlike in a couple of areas around the world, but most specifically America, it is actually not necessary to tip in Japan. Although there are some misconceptions that it is rude to tip in Japan, it is definitely not something that you have to do or should be doing, as it could create some confusing and awkward moments. Another thing that is very important to remember is to carry along some currency with you when traveling. Although many places do accept cards, there are still a handful that only accept the Japanese currency of yen. You should also make sure you are carrying around your passport with you, as if you are making a lot of purchases or expensive purchases, you can present it to get it tax-free. Japan is also very strong on politeness and respect, so make sure you familiarize yourself with these customs, such as bowing and removing shoes when required to. The last thing you need to prepare for is to make sure you have a purchased transportation card. These are very important in Japan, as mostly everybody there uses public transportation and their own 2 feet to make their way around. Onto the part that everybody has been waiting for, the activities. Of course, the priority of your activities is completely up to you, but there are many recommendations we have that we believe to be essential to a great trip in Japan. First thing that we would recommend is visiting the historic temples and shrines. Visit some of the famous temples like Kinkakuji and Kiyomizu-dera in Kyoto, and shrines like the Meiji Shrine in Tokyo. There are plenty more of these temples and shrines all around Japan, each one being just as beautiful as the next. If you don't feel like walking up to shrines, you could also just hike around Japan and explore its natural beauty. In areas like Kumano-Kodo, pilgrimage trails, the Japanese Alps, or the amazing Yakushima Island rainforest. If you are lucky enough, you could also experience the iconic cherry blossom trees if you are planning your trip to be around the cherry blossom season. Of course, if you get tired from all the walking around from these hikes or shrine visits, you can take a rest and witness some of Japan's amazing cultural experiences. These could be something like a traditional tea ceremony, traveling on the famous Japanese bullet train, attending a sumo wrestling match to see what it's like firsthand, or attending a calligraphy or ikebana class. Japan is also known for its amazing hot springs, or onsen. If you are visiting with friends, it can be a very unique experience. Or if you are traveling alone, it could also be an amazing spot to relax at. One of the main reasons so many people want to visit Japan as well is for their amazing souvenirs and one-of-a-kind stores. As anime and Japanese culture is rapidly becoming more and more popular, these tourist attractions have never been better. Places like Tokyo Character Street have quickly risen in popularity, as it is the shopping street known as a paradise for fans of Japanese pop culture. You can find unique merchandise, high-quality products, and prices cheaper than anywhere else from your favorite manga, anime, and video game. Of course, this isn't the only place with these kinds of deals and one-of-a-kind items. You can also visit Asakusa Nakamise shopping street, famous for its traditional Japanese souvenirs, different craft villages where you can purchase one-of-one merchandise directly from the artisans, or even something like the Tsukiji fish market, where you can get Japanese famous seafood as fresh as it gets. Even after mentioning all these amazing activities, the best is yet to come. In our opinion, the best part about Japan is all the amazing cultural festivals they hold. This is a tourist's dream, as it gives you the Japanese cuisine and treats that you have always dreamt of trying. You can also get to admire up close what the amazing traditional performances are like, as well as the fireworks always shown on shows and movies. You get to see what it's like to try on a kimono or a yukata while enjoying all the festival games. It allows you to get one-of-a-kind souvenirs from the people's handcrafts and clothing. These are some of the best things to bring back home as keepsakes and unforgettable gifts. You can join in on the traditional dancing and feel part of the culture, as well as visit the shrine or temple the festival is being held at. All of this is to highlight the allure that Japan has. It's an incredible contrast between its advanced technology as well as its century-long historic traditions, an insanely beautiful landscape. Japan's commitment to excellence, whether in culinary artistry, engineering marvels, or the pursuit of perfection in various crafts, is truly inspiring. The country's festivals, like vibrant threads in cultural tapestry, showcase the unity of the Japanese people and their reverence for tradition. From cherry blossoms in spring to fiery autumn foliage, Japan's seasons all offer breathtaking beauty year-round. Its diverse landscapes, from the tranquil beaches of Okinawa to the majestic mountains of Hokkaido, invite exploration and wonder. Japan's dedication to harmony and order, which proves evident in its meticulous designed gardens, minimalist architecture, and insanely efficient public transport, shows an example of a society where precision and aesthetics coexist. The Japanese people are the perfect examples of perfectionists and exist to show the limits we are pushed to as humans. Moreover, Japan's kindness and respect for all others, known as omotenashi, makes visitors feel not just welcomed, but cherished. Japan is a place where strangers often become friends, where customs enrich experiences, and where there's always something new to discover. In Japan, there's a sense of beauty that can't be found anywhere else. It appreciates all different aspects of our world, from its age-old traditions to its technological achievements. These are all things that represent Japan as a whole. When you come to visit Japan, you'll undoubtedly discover why Japan is truly, undeniably, and remarkably amazing.